Right, so as my illustrious assistant pointed out, we have a glow plug fault on this 3-liter V6 diesel in a Jeep Grand Cherokee. We are now going to gain access to the area where they are and change all 6, because one being faulty, we'll measure them, but it's good practice to change them all while you're in there. One goes, you leave, you come back, another one goes, blah, blah, blah. For the cost, for the value, we'll do all 6 and see how we go from there. Right, so we got to get access to under this foamy bit here on the passenger side and on the driver's side. Your glow plugs are underneath here next to the fuel rails. So step 1 is going to be remove the intake piping and the foam, which is fairly easy. We'll do this side here first. This side's okay because it just pulls off. Set it aside. Now this side I have to go get some tools, so we'll cut for a minute and I'll get this pipe off. Right, we're going to get this intake piping off here. There's a hose clamp here and a hose clamp back here. 7 mil, but I'm using a 9/32, which is the same because I prefer nut drivers over flathead screwdrivers. Get that off. Hopefully it comes off. There's a sensor in here we got to take off, I believe. Alright, so this connector here has one of these cool little latches. You got to pop that up and then just compress it. Theoretically, yeah, like that. It's very stiff. Pull that out. Side. And there's a bolt here we got to whip out. Forgot about that guy. I clearly have the right tool right here, 10 mil. I'll come with it. And then out she comes. Yeah. Treat everything gently, and then the rest of the rubber can come off. Like that. Right, foam's off, everything's kind of more accessible under here. I'll show you where the glow plugs are. There's one under here, it's very hard to see under this amalgamation of stuff. There's one here, and there's one way back there. That's kind of a little more tricky, that one. So we'll get these connectors kind of broke free and then show you how they come off. So we get these connectors off here, off the top of the glow plug. There's no latch or anything, you just need a way to get down in there to pop it off. I use this long ass pick and just kind of hunk it up underneath it, pull it off. Same with the back one here. Just kind of gently, without wrecking the connector. Pull it off. Or these cool tools are handy. These are actually chain link pliers, and they give you that nice pinch. If you can get them in there, then it comes off like that. Just push it out of the way, and then we have to get some stuff out of the way on top of the other one. Clear these fuel lines off, and then we'll be back. We're gonna get these bolts out here to clear these fuel lines out of our way. These are inverted Torx, so you need an E10 socket. Sometimes you can get a metric 6-point or 8 or 12-point to fit on there, but get the right tool, it's always easier. Let's move that out of the way a little bit so we get more access. I'll take this off, move that harness. Put that back on after, just to give us a little more wiggle room. And we got to get that other connector off down there. Like that. There. Now all the connectors are off. We're just going to clean up down around the glow plug holes, because once you take those out, it's open to the cylinder. So you don't want a bunch of debris falling into the combustion chamber. So we'll get the air gun and blow all that out, get it clean, and then start taking these out. So we're gonna use some compressed air to clean all the debris out, but word of caution, safety glasses, which I don't have yet, but I will. And in here, because we've taken the plumbing off, the inlet of the turbo is open. So you want to make sure that that's blanked off before you start blowing debris around, or you could risk getting it into the turbo. So protect the vehicle and protect yourself, and then we'll carry on. Ugh, it's all oily. We're just going to stuff a shop towel in the end of this to keep the debris out. Not going to be too fancy. You can tape it or you can do whatever you want as long as the stuff stays out of it. So we'll go down in here, move this out of the way again. Down where that is in there. We'll just hit her with some air. That one. There. This one. This very back one. Ready. So you'll need a 8mm deep socket and an extension, make it a little bit easier to get down in there. So we'll take these out. You can see it down in there. You kind of got to jostle some stuff around to wiggle it onto this there. Now it's on there. Make sure you're fully engaged on it. Grab your ratchet. With a bit of luck, it should break free. Yeah, if you meet, see that one broke free and it came really easy. If you meet any resistance, stop, soak it with penetrating oil, leave it, work it back and forth. You do not want these to break off in the cylinder head. It creates a whole bunch more work. Should be getting close. Just hung up on the harness down there, I think. Did I hit the camera?
Yeah.
Maybe you should get closer. Okay, there. Alright, so we just need something to... There it is.
Oh, wow.
Spark plug. Glow plug. Because that's what it looks like. This portion is the electrical side. This is the part that... This is the part that actually sits into the combustion chamber, and this part heats up. Glows as a glow plug would to warm the combustion chamber to help ease starting in cold weather on diesel engines. And we'll pull it out. You can see that bit. That's always exciting. There's number 2, and the cylinder numbering on these 3 liters goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From the passenger side, driver's side. 1, 2, 3. So that's number 2. And we'll get number 3 out right now. Camera's old. There you go. We're gonna have to move this out of the way temporarily to get down in there to get that plug out. It's very difficult. And there's a bracket, a bolt right here, that attaches to this bracket, and it's in the way. I can't get my socket down. So I'm gonna take this off, hopefully just this one bolt, push this bracket out of the way, and then I can get down there with my socket to get the glow plug out over here. Bit tricky down here to get this out. I'm gonna have to get a different weapon in these connectors. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Because, yeah. This connector is a bit tricky, so can't seem to get anything down there far enough to. There. Oh, maybe not. There, it's off. I just gotta get my fingers in the pliers, what have you. Really? get it away. There. All right, good enough. Now it's off. Pop. Pop. Now, where's the last one? Where'd it go? Oh no, that is last. Sorry, my bad. There's one here. This might be in our way. This one here. Oh, I got it. There, like that. Again, now we gotta blow all this goop out of here. So I'll get my safety glasses. Blow all this out. Go to this back one. Oh. Very last. And we're on to number 4. Came out okay. So, trying to be a troublemaker. We have ways to deal with troublemakers. Whoa. So we need to get the right extension on there. One. See if our theory worked out. If I can get down in there. Oh, there's something in the way. There's always something in the way. See? Something in the way. This one's a little tricky. You gotta hold your tongue just the right way. The harness is in the way. Everything's in the way. How can I get down there effectively? Shorten this up. The struggle is real. Oh, man. So close. Come on. Come on. Nope. Plan D. There we go. I think I got it. Oh yeah. Okay, now we gotta find a way to get a ratchet on there. There. That's like 1,000 years in technology terms.
Yeah. Oh.
It's okay. Maybe that's a problem. Now we gotta get a magnet. Magnets, very handy.
There it is. Here, I'll use my hand.
Oh, you little cheeky bugger. Here, let's go this way. Come on.
It's like those claw machines.
Yeah. Oh, now it's jammed itself in here. All right. Okay. Silence while I think about a way to get that out of the... hang on.
Is it possible for my hand? Aha!
Huzzah! Let go. There.
There you go.
Wow, that was interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now remember from the code, number 6 was supposedly the problem. Child. Physically, there doesn't look like there's anything wrong, but we'll measure it with a voltometer and see what we see. Here's one of the new ones, Bosch. There's the number for if you need it. Like these Bosch ones, there's cheaper variants out there, offshore ones, but their quality control is not as high. I've been burned before with faulty gear, so I won't name names, that's not very nice, but stick with a branded thing. It's an expensive engine, you want good stuff. That's what a new one looks like. Shinier. So we'll measure this resistance so we have a known voltmeter set up. Click one on here. You can use the other end of the probe, I just use a jumper. And then touch to there, touch to there. And we should get .8 ohms. 0.8 on a new one. So take that, we'll repeat this onto the existing ones. That one's good. Number one was good. So theoretically, we could have left these in, but as far as maintenance goes, that one's good. Number two, as far as maintenance goes, it was time. It's got a lot of kilometers on it. It's always a good idea.
Doesn't hurt to
be proactive.
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 4. 4 was okay. 5 is okay. 6 shows up as open, damaged, no continuity. So the computer was right. We need to change these all. I'll change this one. Didn't fix the problem, but from a preventative maintenance point of view, we're going to do all 6, and then she won't have to worry about any more issues with the glow plug circuit. Okay. So before we put them in, I like to use a little bit of nickel-based anti-seize on the threads. Brought to you by Jet Lube. Unpaid promo, plug. Just so the next guy who takes these out at some point will not have to deal with seized plugs. There, that was my sequence before. Hold that out of the way. Push that down. There we go. Each bracket is all they're gonna hear is you breathing.
Not breathing.
There. Now, tighten down and we grab our torque wrench. This torque wrench set to 106 inch-pounds is the spec on these. It's gonna be kind of cumbersome on this one, but click. That's done. I'm gonna have to get all this contraption off of here. There. Huzzah! All right. Put the other ones in. those on all the way. Yep. Make sure when you put these on, you hear that click. Going on. There. Okay. That's it. Now, the rest is just reverse of disassembly. Put all the stuff back on, make sure you tighten everything back up correctly, run it, and then we'll check for codes, and hopefully there won't be any. One rubber.
Yep.
When you go to put your intake pipe back on, do not forget to take the rag out, or whatever way you block that off. Very important. Good. Oops. Mastercraft.
Oh, there was this. Oh, it's right here.
Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on.
Right, there's our existing code. So we'll escape out of this. Erase. Yes. Yes. Successfully erased. I'll turn the key off. Key on. See if there's any more new active codes. No faults. And you can see there's no check engine light. 1%. Mission accomplished. So before you start, these are some of the tools you're going to need to get this done. Torque wrench set to 106 inch-pounds for the things, for the glow plugs. For the hose clamps, for all these various implements for getting the connector off, hooks and picks, side cutters, 8 mil deep, 10 mil, and an E10 inverted torque, sorry. Blow gun to clean all the debris out, and you know, that's more or less what you'll need. You'll find something that suits. I have a couple different 1/4 inch extensions to reach different things, but you'll see. That's basically what you'll need.